Right, you!
Będziemy. That dwarf spoke of such.
Just stand there. Get it over with. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of any of you. Put me out of my misery so I don't have to look at your ugly faces any longer.
I'd ask if you have any last words. But I'll watch you squirm a bit longer, you loud-mouthed ballsack.
Your little mates thought they were smart enough to get away. But look at you all now. Hey! Come! Insect with me! Feed the flame!
Safe now, but maybe not for long.
What are the chances? Saved by the High One! Thank you, truly. I only wish you'd got here sooner. Poor buggers deserved better. You ever find yourself in the Hotta shelter, I would be keen to repay your kindness somehow.
If my path leads me there, then very well.
The giants you just killed answered to another. Mean bastard, I hear. Sounded like you can find them west of Gömulstifla, should you be so inclined.
That's not very specific. But I may take a look, see what can be found.
I could not glean much more than that, sorry. Right then, back to the shelter for me. Good hunting, High One.
Those dwarves spoke of the same place. I know where it is.
Leave us be!
Hold there! Want to obtain some of my attractive wares? Everything is half the price of yesterday.
Half the price? That seems generous.
Well, I doubled the prices yesterday to make a profit, but nobody bought anything. So, half the price today.
You haven't been doing this very long, have you?
It's my second day.
Isn't there someone more experienced to show you the ropes?
Nope. I saw a gap in the market and I went for it. Why? Aren't they doing a good job?
No, it's not that.
You think I'm awful. You do, don't you?
Is this a ploy to persuade me to buy something?
Is it working?
Goodbye for now.
Dwarves produce so much shit.
I thought I recognized you.
Good to see you, High One. And without anyone needing to die. Here, you saved my neck. Least I can do is give you this in thanks.
Then it is my turn to give thanks.
Asgard has abandoned us.
No, we are them.
Glad you made it back.
The reason I don't have lungs full of swamp muck. Here. It's not much, but I'd like you to have this.
I know better than to refuse one as mighty as you. Thank you. Whoever gave the orders to torment these dwarfs, I should find them, stop them. reeks of misery. More than I would even wish upon Loki, no matter his crimes. It's likely Sindri was brought here many days ago. I hope I'm not too late. Gods here are vigilant.
Vad i helvete gerast det här?
I need help! Over here!
Over here! Help! Help!
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Ut! Ver! Ateş! Please! Please, leave it! This way!
this gemstone. Mark. Whoever he was, he had his hooker cruelly stolen. I could sense that the Salakar was satisfied on this occasion. Was this Calder's first victim? And that amulet, the sigil. Sindri, reckless fool, all this was a meat. Oh well, it is done. I must return the body to Brokia.
Not even the...
Chance led to Sindri's capture, but the nature of his death, that was not chance. When the enemy realized they had such a prize in their clutches. Such as Sindri's are of lesser value. Still, it can't be coincidence that Calder sated the Salakar with the hookers of so many races. Muspel, Jotun, Dwarf, who knows what else.
Cannot be. Is this Sindri, noblest of dwarves? Please let this not be our missing master.
Who is this you bring? No! It can't be!
Master Broker, I share in your grief. Truly I do. Your brother was the worthiest of dwarves. More so than you will ever know.
Oh, Sindri. No. No! My dear Sindri.
The funeral arrangements are being made outside. I must use this chance to bend Broker to my will. I must speak with Broker.
Son of a rock, where did you hide your tools?
I must find a way to ease Broker's sorrow. And make him amenable to my wishes.
I'll cut down that oak tree now Sindri's gone. Can't stand the sight of it without him here.
You lied to me. You said you would save him.
I said I would find him.
That ain't my brother. Not anymore. What happened? Tell me. Everything.
As I neared the village, I heard a great roar. Like that of a wounded bear. Soon after, I witnessed the final act of a mighty battle. Sindri beset by giants on all sides. It was he who made the godlike roars.
He always did have a deep voice.
He wielded his hammer and chisel with uncommon skill.
Yes! Yes! I've seen him do it many times in the workshop.
Giants lay strewn about, slain by Sindri's hand. But then, one of cowardly aspect struck your brother treacherously in the back. Yet even as Sindri succumbed to the blow, he lobbed his chisel and struck the coward dead, right between the eyes.
Sindri did all that?
So it will be written.
How can I tell Brocker we're missing the tools?
Where could they be?
There's something wrong, Basil.
Everything is wrong. We're burying the greatest smith who ever lived, and we don't have his tools to put with him.
I came across some at Alethorpe. If you want, I can fetch...
Those are just the spares. He never took his best ones from the shelter.
I see. How is it that such valuable instruments have been misplaced?
Misplaced? Don't be daft. Hidden, more like.
By Sindri?
To make sure no one else ever touched them. Particularly Brooker. Except now we can't find them.
You have no idea where they might be.
Well, they're inside the shelter, I can tell you that. Well, they can't be too far. Wouldn't be surprised if they're somewhere up high.
I thought dwarves were afraid of heights.
Not our Sindri. He was quite the climber. Now me, well, I prefer to keep my feet on the ground, right where they should be.
I'm very fond of the dwarves, yet their constant needs. It is exhausting. Oh, Loki. Friend, betrayer. What I'd give for a moment of your gilded conversation. Even the lies. If I were Sindri, where would I hide my beloved tools? Somewhere high up, perhaps. Majestic oak. Surely this is Sindri's beloved acorn tree. I must reunite these tools with Sindri's remains before the ceremony begins. The disaster has been averted.
Oh, now I see why some call you God.
You're making me blush. Still, I have my moments. Heroes die, but not their legacy. Such was Sindri's courage, that tonight he feasts in Valhalla, the first of his kind to ever do so. Evil has come. Perhaps he can be of use.
I'm here for the mead, not the company.
You dwarves and your love of mead. It's caused me enough trouble already.
It wasn't a dwarf who ransacked half of Jotunheim in search of some mysterious mead.
I wouldn't know anything about that. You know, old friend, now would be a good time for some grand gesture.
Like what?
A respectful speech from you, Sindri's greatest rival. But surely,
Ah, fuck off.
we must all make compromises. I can even give you the honeyed words. Time soothes the well of suffering, brings hope that sees beyond chill death, recasts the whirlpool of sorrow into the placid waters of the philosophic mind.
Are those words for Sindri or Baldr?
Baldr lives. Why would he need such words?
Of course, of course. I didn't mean to... Well, you know. Fine, I'll do the speech. But it will be one of my making, not yours. We dwarves don't care much for poetry. Still, we can't set about making speeches until the torches are all lit up.
Who knows how long it will take before the dwarves get around to lighting the torches. It will be faster if I do it. The dwarves have saved the place for me. This is a great honor that they bestow.
My brother. A true master. He was,
I did not like Sindri, and he did not like me. Still, he was good with the hammer, and the chisel, and the saw. And he knew how to work the bellows. Some said better than anyone. Even me. Brocker, your brother was a very fine smithy. I admired him greatly.
Master Broker, you've given Sindri an excellent send-off.
it's the least he deserves. But is it really true he feasts in Valhalla?
It is. I saw it in a vision. Come. Let's take a stroll. Now, tell me, are you prepared to continue Sindri's good work?
Helping Ivaldi was not my brother's work.
But the fine Sutra was. It's what got him killed.
Greed for mead is what got him killed.
It took courage to go after that mead. A direct challenge to Sutra's authority.
This is crooked thinking.
Seems straight enough to me.
You know, I don't reckon I owe you a bloody thing.
I risked my life to retrieve your brother's body. Now I prepare to risk it again. For you and all of Svartalfheim.
Bollocks! You ain't doing anything out of the goodness of your heart. I know what you're after. I know all about your lad Baldr'a. I have ears, you know, even in my grief. So, don't pretend you're here for us, because I know—
Would you have me abandon my own son, and strive only for your salvation?
Okay, when you say it like that. I need time.
I'm still grieving, you know. Let me think on it, all right? A little old think.
Senses. If he hasn't, I must encourage him further.
These are the finest tools you'll ever lay eyes on!
The finest? I forged better in my sleep.
Yeah? Is that why you were snooping about in the ruins of the old workshop?
Only because the Muspel stole everything I had, dimwit.
Good to see you're getting along. So, broker, do you accept your duty?
Don't have much choice, do I? Last thing I need is a godly smiting up me arse.
Let this be the start of a beautiful new friendship.
To study the Salakar, I'll need the very best of tools. Too bad this workshop is lacking.
Bugger off! I got more stuff here than you can wag a finger at.
Doubt it.
If you find something you don't know how to use, just ask.
I'll be giving you lessons on how to use your
Bickering dwarves. How unusual.
Asa, you return.
What? You deal with a fire nymph?
Not this again.
What news do you bring?
My stepmother is stubborn. I cannot push too hard or she will grow suspicious.
She has no interest in a trade.
Interest, yes. But not yet the will.
I don't understand.
The Salakar is all but indestructible. You, on the other hand, are not.
She assumes she'll catch me, kill me, and retrieve the Salakar.
Time is on her side.
Then I must strip her of this illusion. If I were to make a nuisance of myself, one that cannot be ignored.
Sinmara prepares to lead my father's next major invasion.
But if I were to disrupt her plans, it may force her to the bargaining table.
Sounds risky to me.
I once plotted and carried out the murder of Ymir himself. What do I care of risk?
Well, since you put it like that...
Where must I strike?
At Af Alvat Milna, my stepmother develops a strange army. At Jofursmida, she breeds beasts of war. And finally, there's Drekathorp, her supplies hub.
I'll deal with all three.
In the meantime, I shall return to Eitri. I will send word once my stepmother has become more... amenable.
I'll return when I'm done, and I will expect answers regarding the Salakar.